Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a new year of OPS podcast. We're going to try a new thing where we have the NBA and the NFL in one podcast. So today, it's me. We're joined by Adam.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And Eric.
Hey there, how we doing?
He's back.
So we're going to start with the NFL for this year. First topic. Last weekend was the wild card weekend for the NFL. What were you guys' thoughts on those games?
Well, I'm fucking shocked.
Yeah.
I'm just Vikings upsetting the Saints. I really didn't think, I was watching the Saints going down the field and I really thought they had something going there, and the fumble in the end, I don't know. And that was Drew's last game with the Saints right now. I mean, he's a free agent right now. So what's going to happen?
I think he's
You
coming
know?
back though.
You really think he is? I
I
don't
don't think they're going to let him go. Or
I honestly, you know what? I don't think. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know him by his name, but the other guy, I don't think he's a bad option either.
Tom
their
Brady.
backup.
Oh, Teddy
Yeah.
Bridgewater.
The third, no, not them. The
No.
third string,
What's his name?
the man, the number 7. I'm sorry, but
Taysom
did you
Hill.
guys saw
Taysom
you
Hill.
saw his performance.
He can catch the ball, throw the
He
ball,
can
run
catch,
the ball.
throw. He can run the
block,
ball. He can do every. He's
punt the
basically.
ball,
I'm not
kick
saying
the
he's
ball.
not like Lamar. I'm not saying he's like Lamar Jackson.
more than
Not
Lamar
even close.
Jackson.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I mean, Lamar Jackson is his own man, and he has
Can
his
Lamar
own
Jackson
special
punt the
traits.
ball though?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
Oh, so we're talking about Vikings Saints right now, right?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
We
So
can go game by game.
I
That'll make it easier.
All right.
I was just shocked with the fumble. I really didn't want to see the Vikings there because I think if anything I don't want the Vikings in the playoffs anymore. I mean,
You don't? I feel like that's easier though, because you
I,
guys.
I
What do you
of course
think's
you
harder?
think, of
The
course,
Saints
okay,
at Packers
you
or
of course
Seahawks at Packers?
you would say that as a Niners fan.
Oh yeah, it's great. But I'm saying if the Saints won, it would be Saints at Packers. Do you think that
But see,
one
that's
is that
the thing
easier?
that's my thing though. I mean, because that's but then we're going into the bias topic. Of course, I'm gonna say I want that because it's easier. But it's like
You want Saints versus Packers?
I'm saying
Seahawks.
Of course I want Vikings at the same at Packers because that would be entertaining.
Well, not
That would
Vikings
be
at Packers.
well.
What do you mean?
They are the, if they beat out the Niners.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the future right
But
now, bro.
I
We're
was
talking
saying
hypothetically for.
divisional. Because would you
Oh.
rather have Saints Packers or Seahawks Packers?
Well, I mean, we flushed out the Vikings. Yeah, of course I'd want the Vikings over the Saints. We flushed out the Vikings this season. And we didn't lose to them.
No, he
So.
said Saints. You want either Saints Packers or Seahawks Packers? Because right now it's Seahawks Packers. Do you think you would prefer this over Saints?
Oh yeah, no, I would. I would. I
There
would
we
prefer
go.
Seahawks over. Yeah, I would. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would easily. No,
So,
no,
and
no.
then it was a weird weekend just because kind of going into it, we would have just kind of went back to what happened this whole season where the Saints were kind of on top, Vikings weren't
Yeah.
getting the big win, but then just during this weekend, none of that really happened.
No,
It was
because I
pretty
mean
much just
everyone.
throw everything out that you learned this whole year.
Because he had no wins. He had no wins
Yeah.
to see. He has no wins in the playoffs.
He has more
So why
playoff
would-
wins than Monday Night Football wins.
No, he has none.
He has one playoff win.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah. He just won.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Before that, he did
Yeah,
it.
before that, he had nothing like that. So it was unexpected.
So it was just like, of course, no one thought he'd pull through. He pulled through though, and now you have Vikings at Niners.
Yeah, and the Saints were just struggling. It was kind of weird.
Yeah,
to see
it was not nice seeing the Saints show that hard, but
That's the thing about the playoffs.
but you're right.
It's
just,
one and done.
It is, and I think and I love seeing that upset, and just as much as I loved seeing the. I don't know why people thought it was an upset that the Titans beat the Patriots. I really didn't think so.
I mean,
Um,
record-wise, it was, but
Of
a
course.
lot of people
Transition
thought the
to the next
Titans
game.
were-
Of course,
I guess
Of course.
transition.
of course it was by record. You can say
So
it's
you
an
saw
upset,
this
but
coming.
the Titans.
You saw this coming.
I think
I
everyone saw it coming. There was a lot of people predicting Patriots.
everyone saw it coming. Everyone was predicting this is Tom Brady's last game and he's out.
Derrick Henry.
That's it. And Derrick Henry just going. And what did he do?
Exactly what everyone said he would.
What did he do? Exactly. I mean, the man just ran.
Yeah.
He ran through
It was almost
New
every
England.
play.
I mean,
it was working.
100. He ran 182 yards with 1 touchdown.
Yep.
Averaging 5.4 yards with 34 carries.
And I think during the season, the Patriots had the best rushing defense too.
At a time, but
At one time they did.
I mean, at a time, yeah. I mean,
Not towards the
but
end.
no,
No,
I mean
at the end they were
they started falling out. I mean, I think they just barely made. I mean, them losing to the.
The Ravens kind of threw him off.
Yeah, but then they
I
lost
feel
to
like-
the Dolphins
yeah,
After
last
that-
week.
You say that the Ravens. I feel like the Ravens have been that powerhouse this whole
No.
season.
After they lost to the Ravens, they started to fall
Yeah.
off.
No, but that's what I mean though.
Well, I
You're
mean,
right.
Their season started
But
getting harder.
but
at
I'm
that point.
saying, the Ravens have been that powerhouse where anyone who's faced the Ravens so far, and they've lost.
Yep.
And
I think
not
they've
only
won,
that,
is it
they've
10
thrown
straight
them up.
games now?
I think not only did they throw off New England, they threw off Niners too. I'm sorry, but before the Niners played the Ravens, they were what? Were they undefeated at that point?
No, it was the Seahawks.
No, right? All right, you're right.
9
Seahawks
and
threw them
1,
off, but
10 and
I
1.
feel like the Ravens threw them off because now putting them, they exposed the Niners. I feel like every
Did
team
they
the Ravens
expose
plays
them,
up
though?
against. I
The
feel like
Niners
every
were kind of injured
With
at
the,
the time.
yeah, they're fine
They didn't
because
have them.
D Ford, Tart, and Quan Alexander were all out at that point, but they're all back now.
yeah, they're back.
So, and I mean, if you look at it, around that time, that's when their defense started giving up all kinds of points, like to the Saints.
But that's what
and
I'm
then
saying.
the Falcons game
That's-
was kind of hard.
Yeah. But and I think that's because of how the Ravens handled the Niners. A lot of
Possibly the
teams got-
next Super Bowl matchup. I want to move on to the next game. I want to know if you think this was a surprise, Eric. The Texans beating the Bills.
I honestly can care less. I didn't pay attention to this game.
Could care less
I
or
watched.
couldn't?
Couldn't.
I
he
could
said.
care less.
Oh,
You could care less?
I could
So
care
you kind
less.
of care about it.
So you
Yeah,
care.
but I wish I could care. But I wish I could even care even less because I mean this game was
This
not.
game was. They say wild card, not for a reason, but this game was a wild game. Just because Josh Allen played so well this season, and then just threw away everything.
It just wasn't
he was
entertaining. To me.
laterally
It wasn't.
getting
It wasn't.
the ball
It
everywhere.
really to me it wasn't entertaining. Like it kept me on my edge. I was like, oh, let's see who's moving on. Guess who's gonna get picked out next round? You know. But that's it. I didn't think of it like, oh, this is gonna be a contender.
You
for
don't
the
think
Super
they have
Bowl.
an upset? You don't think Texans
No.
can upset next week? We'll talk about that in
No.
a second, but I feel like the Bills should have won, and there were questionable calls throughout, but I mean they didn't decide the games.
No.
But it was weird, just Josh Allen's performance.
Yeah.
Just because that's one thing. He's only 23. That was his first ever playoff game, so you kind of expect it. But that's kind of the lowest of the low of first playoff games, how they would perform. Even though they started out 16-0, they blew that lead. But it was an interesting game. Went to overtime, and I mean, it is what it is. Texans advanced in overtime.
Yep.
Yes,
So
it did.
Texans
True.
advanced, Titans advanced, Vikings advanced, and the last game for that wild card round last weekend was the Seahawks Eagles. I personally think this game was kind of upsetting because Carson Wentz went out
Yeah.
in the
He
I don't know
finally
what
had
quarter
that
it was.
first.
That
playoff
was
game.
that
It
was.
first
I
quarter.
honestly was really upset. That should have not happened. I'm
It
saying
was
this now.
upsetting.
Now
If-
I have a question. Was that an
If-
illegal hit? And was it on purpose?
It honestly doesn't seem like he did it on purpose.
But I mean, if you look at the replay, he tackles him. and
Maybe
then
the
his
dude
head
was just
goes
caught
down.
up in the
He's
moment,
down.
you know, and deciding game, and he's
Was
like,
he though?
you know,
But, I mean,
don't know what to
The
do.
thing is,
I would say that too, but he has a history of this. Is the thing. He's done this before, and to the Eagles before. He did it to Foles, I think, last season twice. Not hit him in the head, but had dangerous hits a few times. So I mean, I don't know. I would agree with you in just saying it was just in the moment. But I mean, when you have a history with it, it's kind of harder to say that it was just in the moment. But I feel like if it happens to Aaron Rodgers this week, there's going to be a lot more of like it'll be in the news a lot more.
Yeah, more attention around that.
Just because Carson, it was his first playoff game too.
Yeah, it was, and the
Which is
thing
kinda
is, it's just
sad that
upsetting
it
how
was
he
the
got,
first
yeah,
one.
how he just got, how this time he was able to stay healthy
Yeah.
and then taken out the first game, and then
Yeah.
not even getting. I really think they would have beat the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, it was
I don't doubt it.
9-17 with Josh McCown. And
I mean, props to Josh McCown. I mean,
he got
40-year-old
another-
coming out there and pulling the game of his life, just ending short of a victory, of a playoff victory,
Yeah.
and beating up. And I would say with him there, I would say that would have been an upset because as soon
Oh,
as Wentz went out, there was no way. There was no way. I don't think
I
they
think
would.
they were-
The Seahawks defense did do good this game.
They did,
Their defense
but
had
against
7 sacks
against
on.
But against Josh McCown.
but against
Yeah,
Josh
I know.
McCown,
Also,
you really
I
think
know.
that's kind
But
of
look,
yeah?
the dude's a professional. You can't. I'm not trying to like.
You're
I'm not
right. He
trying
is
to
a
put
he
down
is a
Carson
professional,
Wentz,
but
but
compare.
you know they're all professionals. Carson Wentz, this is his first. He could have underperformed, and then your opinion would have
Yeah.
changed. Even
You're
if
right.
Carson
No, of
Wentz
course.
did play this game,
Of course,
It's just-
of course.
your Packer ego is trying to make you hate the Seahawks right now, which I kind of dislike what you're doing. I don't care
I'm
if
just
Carson
saying-
Wentz
it's kind of
played
hard
or
to
not.
like that.
I
team.
don't
think
know.
the
You
Seahawks
should
would have
care.
beat them.
You should care because Carson Wentz would have is a four. When
No,
they were
he-
hot.
No,
They
he
were
wouldn't.
hot.
They
They
were
were
hot.
going
He
four
wouldn't.
games.
Okay, look.
Four
let's look
games
back
going
at
into the
games over
playoffs,
season.
winning.
Let's
They won
let's
4
look back
games.
at games he
They
played
were-
over the season.
Oh my god.
He choked most of these games. He did not do what he's not one of the best quarterbacks in the
No
league
one's
right
saying
now.
he is. No
No.
one is saying.
Okay,
I'm not
yeah,
saying.
okay.
No one here tonight has said that he is the best player. I'm
You
just
said,
saying.
Okay, no, but you said if Carson Wentz played this game, that they would have won this game easily.
They
I'm
only
not
lost
saying
by
that he would have
8.
easy. They were hot.
Okay,
They
yeah,
were
they only
hot.
lost.
With
They were
Josh
hot
McCown,
coming
guys
into
like
the playoffs.
Offense.
They were hot coming into the playoffs, and they would have done well if he didn't get out by the first quarter. You
Hot,
gave
coming
it-
in hot. One game.
He
Four
had
games.
Four
What?
games.
Four
Four
games.
games. He had 4 games behind him that he was coming in hot. He had 7 minutes to play.
Seahawks
Quick
were on
hit,
a
and he's
1
out.
game, no 2 game losing streak at that point.
Exactly.
But they've also the Eagles have been hurt like all season,
They-
especially
they've
right
been
now.
hurt, but the thing is, they were hot.
Indeed.
You cannot say that. You cannot. I'm sorry. See, I'm sorry, but you take out their best weapon. You take out Wentz, the only player that was able to stay healthy.
Who have they played their last 4 games?
They play.
Look at who they played.
Who have the Seahawks played their
You can't
last 4
justify
games?
that.
You're
Okay,
really
no,
gonna.
look, I
You
don't
were
care.
Who loses to the Cardinals?
I'm sorry.
With
hold
their
on.
backup.
You were just saying. Okay, I'm gonna put it the same way you said it. These people are professional of what they do. They're paid to play games the way they are. It does not
Some
matter
teams
who
at
they're
this
playing. They
point,
can play
though,
the Browns.
they
They can
decide
play
they
the
give up.
Browns.
Are you
They
saying
can
the
play the
Dolphins are
Browns.
competing for a spot in the playoffs
What
late
did
in
the
the
Bro-
season?
what did the
Huh?
Dolphins
Sir.
do?
That doesn't
Tell me.
make
So hold
sense.
on. No. What did the Dolphins do though? You say they have no point in trying. They tried and they knocked
They don't have a
the
point in
Patriots.
trying. At
Yes,
that
they did.
time,
Good. What
at
did
that
what
time, they
what
did
did they
not
do
have a point in trying.
against the New England Patriots? What did they do? They knocked them down to the second seed. No, not even the second seed. Sorry,
Third seed.
they were put into a playoff game, third seed, and they were put into a freaking a wild card game. When was the last time they were in a wild card game? What, 10 years ago?
2009. 11 years
2009.
ago.
So, you're right, 11 years ago. So, you saying that they have no point in trying? That's a false lie. Because
they
the
tried a
Lions,
week later.
had-
Dude,
the
you
Lions-
know.
Or whatever.
Oh, that's the truth.
No,
Stop
I'm
acting
sorry.
like
No.
the Dolphins.
Look. The Dolphins knocked them down to the third seed and put them into a wild card game. Why? Why didn't they just let it win? The Dolphins suck. They were doing bad this whole year. What was the point of them going out and trying? You tell me. I don't see any other reason but sabotage. I'm just saying it doesn't matter what team it was. They're all professionals. They all know what they're doing. They all get paid to play the game. They're not getting paid to just let it go. I'm sorry, but the Lions at Packers, if they would have won that game, if the Lions would have won, Packers would have not been second seed. They would have either been third or fourth. And guess what? They would have not gotten the bye week. And I really don't think that the Packers would have done well.
It would have been Vikings at Packers.
So
in the
I'm
first
just saying. I don't know. Maybe. But that's what I'm saying. You say it doesn't matter. Are you saying?
What the hell are you getting at?
I'm just getting at the same point that you were making.
I'm
The
just
same
saying,
point that you
okay,
were.
look. The Seahawks, the last 2 games they played of the regular season, they lost both of them. One of the Cardinals and one of the 49ers. One of them was a close game. Okay, that one kind of could have went. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, those are their 2 losses at the end of the season. The Eagles had 4 win. Were on a 4-win streak to close their season, and look at who they played.
Tell me.
They played the
Read 'em out.
Giants,
Uh-huh.
the Cowboys,
Uh-huh.
the Redskins, the Giants again.
Okay,
Tell me,
so
out of
you're
those
telling me
4,
that
Those
you're telling
Giants.
tell
me
me, out of those 4,
the Giant. Okay, I'll give. If you want to go there, sure, I'll give you the Giant games. But the thing is, you need to understand the Giants were playing for something too, because you don't think the Giants hate the Cowboys? I'm sorry, they're all in the same division. Cowboys could have still gone. They still could have made it to the playoffs if the damn Eagles would have lost. But guess what? They're not. They didn't lose. Cowboys could have gone to the playoffs. You need to understand the whole sabotage. There is that
I
damn
don't
division.
care about sabotage or anything, Eric. I'm just saying.
It doesn't
Either
matter.
way,
Because,
if
you're
Carson
making,
Wentz
of
played
course.
that game, the Seahawks would have won.
Okay, but you need to understand.
The
No,
Seahawks
no,
would've
no, they
won.
would have not. They would
The
have not. I'm
Seahawks would have
sorry.
won.
Okay, do you agree? Agree with me in this? The
What?
Eagles were beat up. They're beat up. They're the
Oh
worst.
yeah, definitely.
The Eagles
So
They
are.
had
the
like
Seahawks.
15
Okay.
injuries.
Tell me. Okay, but can you say this much? The Eagles, as beat up as they are, they're the best beat up team in the damn league. Because I don't think. Oh, really? You're really gonna go
You
there
can
with
say the
the
49ers are
Seahawks?
the best beat up team in the league.
No, what?
Look at
Because
who they
what-
had
The
throughout the
Niners
season,
had
and look who they
three
gained
people or
at
so
the
out.
end.
Or more than that. But the Eagles
You're saying
had
that because
15.
Kittle was out for a few games. You're saying that because some of his receivers. I'm sorry, Eagles didn't have any of their receivers the whole season. I'm sorry.
Who do
But
they even have?
That's
Seahawks
what I'm
didn't even
saying.
really play
They always go to the
competition.
tight end. It's always what's his name?
Ertz,
Yes.
Click Ertz, yeah, because all their receivers were failing them. So what did they do? Even with no names, they were still able to win games. That's all that matters. Winning games is the key.
I mean, the Seahawks go to Metcalf a lot.
Exactly. They go exactly.
Rocket has barely
You say you're
gotten
beat
any
up. You say
catches.
they're beat up and everything, but you guys have a star rookie. I'm sorry, but this rookie's amazing.
I don't know why he went second round or whenever he went.
I don't know either. But regardless, everyone that passed him up, they all regret it. I'm saying it right now. They all regret it because this kid is amazing. He's just as good. I would even say, I would say he's even better than Debo.
Hey, chill.
I was going as far as say he's better than Debo Samuel. Of course I would, because he's taller and he's faster.
He's
and
like
just
370.
he-
It's not fair.
Oh,
Eric's
okay.
delusional. Just
Okay.
for the purpose of time, I want to move on to the next little segment with the NFL.
Sure.
So for this weekend, beginning tomorrow, as of the time we're recording this, we have the NFL Divisional Round, and we're gonna have 4 games. I'm spazzing out. So the first game I want to go over is Vikings and 49ers for Saturday. What do you think is going to take that?
49ers.
Um,
And I mean,
yeah, maybe, but I wanna go with upsets, and I'm gonna say Vikings.
you think so?
Ooh, yeah, I want to go with upsets
look.
too, Eric. Ah!
It's supposed to rain.
Not for
apparently
this game.
tomorrow.
Not for this game.
So-
for the later game.
It's gonna be a running game if it does rain. Though.
If the Vikings can somehow pull some mojo out of somewhere to beat the Niners, I'm just saying right now, it's gonna be the upset of the year. I don't know. Everyone thought
Yeah,
everyone
it
thought
would be.
Titans beating everyone thought that Titans beating New England Patriots was a. I don't think so. I saw the decline coming. It was bound to happen. The Patriots are going down. It was the end. That's the end. So
I
Titans
didn't
beating
expect
the.
it then there.
I expected them to win. I did expect them to win, but I don't think I don't. I think a lot of people did too. So I don't think that was an upset. It was like people were like, yeah, that's a possibility. But the Niners, Vikings at Niners. Do you really think Vikings can win? No.
A lot of people do though. I've seen a lot of people saying
Really?
Vikings do.
Everyone in Minnesota.
Those people, everyone
Barely.
is of course they would. All those people are delusional though because they don't have a chance.
It's
The
like
only way they
people
have.
in Green Bay, like you.
Really.
I'm playing.
Let's go. Let's stay at this game
No,
topic,
we're-
and we can
yes,
get to it when we get to that game. All right. But
For
I'm just
Vikings
saying.
and 49ers,
I'm just-
the 49ers
hold on.
have Quan Alexander back this week.
D Ford might be activated.
Let's see how.
And, Tart
Okay,
is
you know
also
what? Let's
active.
just leave it to the game. I'm just saying, I believe they can upset them, and I think that Vikings are gonna come out with a win. It's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna say field goal, 24-21. I don't think
I was
it's gonna be a
thinking that
brawl.
too. I think
I don't think there's going to be a blowout. I really don't.
I think they'll be
do
able
not see
to
the
defend Dalvin Cook well, though. And
We'll
I don't
see.
think
Adam,
Kirk Cousins is going to
Adam,
be able to do too much.
We'll have to see. I mean,
Adam,
I think
Yes.
24-21 is the call,
is
and I think Vikings are going for it.
is everyone back and healthy?
Not
Do they have
everyone,
everyone back?
but pretty much all of our big names that we're expecting at this point, I think have all been activated. D Ford is questionable, which he's
So
the big
if a
name, in
loss
my
does
opinion.
occur, you can't use the excuse of we didn't have everyone.
No, I don't think we can.
Okay.
So that
It
I mean,
definitely
the thing with
depends on which. No, I guess if D4 does get activated, then no, you can't.
no, I don't. No, even if he doesn't, I don't think because you guys played without him and you guys were still winning games. So I don't think you can still use it. Do you think one man would change the whole game?
I
I'm
mean,
sorry,
D4
unless if he was the if
D4 is different, man.
no.
Yeah, I mean, we've been struggling kind of on the pass rush, and D4, Tart, Quan, those guys have been.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Fine in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
situation.
Bringing back those guys is gonna be good. But if they don't activate D4, it does. I would not say that's enough. That is not enough of an excuse for you to say Niners
think
would have
so?
won with D4. I don't think that's big enough.
I think he's a big thing too, but we'll see.
We'll see.
So we're gonna move on to the next game. The Titans, who beat the Patriots last weekend, are going up against the Ravens, probably the best team in the league. I don't know.
Supposed to be
Second
right
best
now.
team. I don't know. I think it's pretty clear who's going to win this one, but who do you guys
Do
think?
you think it's pretty clear?
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear.
I don't know.
So,
You going to go with the upset again?
Which Tannehill? Which Tannehill are we getting?
Ryan Tannehill.
That's all I'm asking. I know. Which one though? The good one?
Well, I don't think it's really. I don't think it's gonna really matter on him though. I think it's.
No, I don't think so. I think it's Derrick Henry. Of course, Derrick Henry's going to carry this
I was
team.
gonna say Dalvin Cook. Yeah, Derrick Henry. It just depends how they defend it, which.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
really know if they'll be able to.
well, can the Titans defend the run from the Ravens? Can they stop? Is Mark Ingram going to be active? I don't know. I remember seeing him hurt.
I'm not sure.
If Mark Ingram isn't active, I still don't think that's going to be that bad because they do have some good backups. Their backups that played the last game of the season, they did pretty well. And I mean, you still have maybe the MVP candidate without discussion, Lamar Jackson. So I don't know. Maybe Lamar, being Lamar, does some things, juke some people, and win the game. But for the sake of upsets, I'm gonna have to give it to the Titans. I would love to see the Titans go up against the who am I talking about?
Chiefs, Texans.
Who? Oh, I would love to see the Titans against the Texans. God, I would love to see that at the
That would
AFC
be
Championship.
something I didn't.
That's
see coming
real
at all.
American football. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, partner. All right, your views. What are you guys' views on that?
I
The
think,
Titans game?
Yeah.
We got
you
Titans.
Go ahead.
I think Lamar Jackson
Lamar
is
Jackson.
going to take over. Yeah.
It definitely
It's
depends
like,
how he
it's not
does.
even a question.
Because last year he didn't play too well, and they ended
Wasn't
up
last year his first year?
Last year was his first year, but he was still playing. He wasn't like
He wasn't
who could I compare?
wasn't he?
He wasn't like Ryan Tannehill level. He was better than that.
He's
But,
backup of Joe Flacco. So
Yeah.
but he was the starter at the point or at that time.
I think.
well, at the playoff game, he was the starter.
Yeah.
And
I
he
think
choked.
now he realizes how much
The
worse he
pressure.
has this year.
Yeah,
I think he's just going
to
to take it to the next level. I think he's going to perform.
And that definitely is what's going to determine it. I think.
Or
Just 'cause
maybe he
last
chokes.
year he didn't. But I'm gonna say he does go off and they end up winning that one.
Right? Do you think it's gonna be a blowout?
I don't think so. I think
I think if it's a blowout, it's gonna be the scariest. If they win by a blowout, it's gonna be the scariest team.
is it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have a I don't know. I don't see the Ravens get into the Super Bowl.
Really?
Really?
We can talk about that next week depending on what happens.
Oh yeah.
Is it
we
because
can.
of this next team, Texans and Chiefs?
Yeah.
Are the Chiefs going to take down the Ravens?
I think the Chiefs will take down the Texans in that game, and I think they'll end up taking down the Ravens. But we'll have to see after that.
Is
After-
Mahomes
after
the
this
GOAT?
week.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll have to see after this week's game. Maybe I'll change my mind if Lamar is absolutely unstoppable in
Okay.
that game. We'll see what happens. But
So
yeah,
for
for that next game.
This Texans Chiefs game. Eric.
I'm gonna be realistic.
All right, here we go.
I think Chiefs are gonna take it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it's Chiefs, and I think it's in a blowout.
No, I wouldn't say
You don't
blowout,
think so?
but no, I don't think so. You
I'm
know what?
thinking
Maybe
like
JJ
30
Watt.
something to
Maybe
12.
JJ Watt picks up his heat, and maybe he takes care.
Takes
You know,
care of the
maybe
situation.
maybe he takes care of the situation. Yeah,
I'm
maybe he
thinking
takes
like
things into his hand.
I'm
I don't think
thinking
JJ
like
Watt alone can do it, but
31 to 13,
yeah,
something like
wow.
that. Yeah. I mean, it took the Texans an overtime period to beat Josh Allen, who was lateraling on like a second down when he was getting tackled. So I mean, because they played a pretty good first half, but then the second half the Bills didn't play too well, which is why the Texans ended up winning again.
Yes, sir.
And I just think the Chiefs. I mean, in that scenario, Mahomes has had. I feel like. I mean, he's only been there once, right, to the playoffs. But I feel like in his rookie season, or not rookie season, but his first season of starting, in the playoffs, he was still able to get pretty far, and he played pretty well. So then add that experience to this one.
No, the experience definitely does help. I mean,
And then besides that last game, there's never been a really like big time game that Deshaun Watson has won or like led his team to win.
yeah.
Mahomes is going to be better than Tom Brady.
Okay.
All right, so we know who's winning that one, or
Yeah.
we all agree.
Yes,
So for the last game for
Here we
this
go.
weekend,
Yes, sir.
we got Seahawks and Packers.
All right.
Now we know what Eric's gonna say, but before
So-
he rambles off into his
Should I go first and then let y'all
his
go
Peter
at it
Pan
afterwards?
land? Yes.
All right.
Please,
So
Adam.
I
One
did.
second.
Hello. All right.
You know how much snow is supposed to be there that day? Do you know
Was it
how many?
5 to 10 inches of snow?
12.
12 inches of snow. It's gonna be crazy if it
That's a
happens.
whole
foot long.
foot.
Foot long
Subway.
of snow.
You think Seahawks can play in the snow? I'm sorry.
I
Do
mean,
you
they
think
said
anything?
they said they're ready to play in the snow, make plays. I don't believe it though.
Blah, 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 blah. That's all talk. That's all
I
talk. You
think
can't
Russell
say
Wilson's been
that when
in a
Russell
room filled
Wilson.
with baby powder.
Russell Wilson
you
does
know.
not play in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait, how many games has he played in the snow this week? I mean, this whole year.
This week, none.
This whole year.
This whole year, maybe not even one.
No, I don't think one.
Exactly.
Depends.
And you
I
think he's
that
gonna
when
be
they were on the
ready
road, they did.
to get against?
Maybe
the
they'll have like a
Patriots
snow
at home?
generator thing, and they'll play in that.
Yeah,
No, but
sure.
I think it's the Packers, and I think
It's called VR.
and I want to say it's gonna be like a blowout, but somehow the Seahawks
I don't-
always
okay.
seem to be in
I
a one
don't-
possession game.
I
whether
don't
losing
think
or
it's gonna
winning.
be. I don't think that's gonna be a blowout. I don't think by halftime we'll think Packers are gonna be. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Packers are not gonna start hard.
You don't think
Aaron
so?
Rodgers is not. No, I mean Aaron Rodgers is, and me being a Packers fan, I've been really upset with how he's been performing. I mean the man, he's underperforming. This isn't Aaron Rodgers, and
Is it
you
the
know
end
a
of
lot of.
Aaron Rodgers?
I really don't think he's. It's because of his age. I don't think everyone that's saying like, oh, I mean it's his time. He's 36. I'm sorry, he's 36 years old. Tom Brady's what 42, 43. The man
Tom
can
Brady's a
play.
different animal.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Tom Brady is not athletic.
Neither is Aaron Rodgers.
He's not athletic. He's not athletic. Watch Aaron Rodgers run the ball. He can throw it. He can go out of the pocket, throw it. He can run. He can scramble with
You
it.
saying Tom
I'm
Brady
sorry.
can't throw it?
Oh, can Tom Brady scramble?
He threw a pitch sitch, so I mean.
Oh, is that not how he ended his season? Is that not the same fate that Brett Favre had before he
Okay,
ended with
let's
the Packers?
just say, okay, yeah, whatever. You can say how
Okay,
young
fine.
Aaron Rodgers is, but he's growing. He's grown. He's old.
Of course,
an old
he's
man,
older.
Eric.
Of course, age
He's
is
an
gonna
old
take him.
man.
Of course, he's older.
He's not Aaron
He's
Rodgers.
he's like
Aaron
10 years.
Rodgers
He's
right
10 years.
now.
He's 10 years
No
older
less.
than he won his first Super Bowl. So I don't think it would be. I don't doubt that Aaron Rodgers is gonna beat the Seahawks. I don't doubt it.
You don't
And I'm
doubt
not.
it.
I think as much as people are putting him down because of how he's been, I think this game is going to be one of his better performance games of the years. I think he's going to throw for
It
over
could
300
be.
yards. I think he's going to throw for 2 touchdowns.
Playoffs, Aaron
No
Rodgers is a
interceptions.
different man.
playoff air. A lot of people say this. You don't need to win every game like a superstar. You don't. You only need to win the games, and you can probably look like a superstar in one of them. He can get the NFC. He can reach NFC Championship
Wait,
and win that
hold
game
up.
with
Does that
400.
apply to every team or just your Aaron
No, I'm talking
Rodgers?
every team.
All
You
right, then that
don't
last
need.
Seahawks game can't be put down on.
Sure, whatever.
I mean,
Take
that's how
whatever you
all
want.
their games
Take
have
whatever
been.
makes you feel good. Sure, whatever. Take whatever you want. Take whatever makes you feel good. Sure. Packers beat Seahawks.
Adam, did you
And I'm
say
thinking,
anything? I didn't. Eric's rambling
I
kind
had
of
the
took over.
Packers, and I think it's going to be one possession game with the Packers winning, just because the Seahawks always find themselves in a one possession game.
Yeah.
I don't think they're winning.
Yeah, I just said that. But if that snow happens, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how
Look, this is what
Russell
I'm gonna
Wilson
say.
and the Seahawks do in the snow. If it goes like
Eric's
that.
gonna say the man don't exist, but the game's on a Sunday. Sunday's God's day. Russell Wilson is a religious man. God's on Russell's side.
I don't think
Boom.
you understand Aaron
Mic
is
drop.
too, but okay.
But look. Realistically speaking, I am a Seahawks fan, yes, but I do think the Packers have some advantages for this going
I
into this
think
game.
you think about it.
Let me
you think,
talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Let me
you're right.
talk.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Shut up. Let me
Sorry.
talk.
Go ahead.
So I think the Packers are not from the Seahawk fan point of view, but an NFL fan point of view. I think the Packers are going to take this game. I know that sounds disappointing for me at least, but yeah. But
Yeah.
look, things can
Anything
happen.
can happen.
Things can happen. Aaron Rodgers can mysteriously get injured.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Really?
Maybe
You
his
make me sick, sir.
his joints get all cold, with the snow, and he's like,
joints
I'm an
are
old
You
man.
make me sick.
I didn't say injury.
You make
I
me
said
sick.
injury, but
The fact,
I mean
I didn't say
the
injury,
weather.
but I said injury.
the fact that you are even implying that one of your own players.
I didn't say my
We've
own
seen it
player.
Okay, fine. But I'm just saying,
You can go
you
back.
shouldn't be
You can
proud.
go
You
back
should
after
not. I'm sorry, Seahawks should not be proud of
What?
that last win. They should not be proud of that last win. You guys should be happy you guys made it to the next round, but you guys should not be proud of that win. Because that was not a team that was ready to play.
Dude, oh my gosh, I don't know why you're going so triggered. I'm
we
speaking
knew going
hypothetically.
in that whoever was the 5 seed was going to get the job done, pretty much.
As a Seahawks fan, I think they're going to win. As an NFL fan, I think the Packers are going to win. And I think the Packer thing is more accurate.
Yeah, you're right. I think they're healthier. I think we're more hotter than the Seahawks.
There's just more advantages to the Packers side. That's going to close it out for the NFL segment of this podcast. We'd like to thank Eric for joining us. We're going to move on because of time to the NBA.
Thank you for having me, and take care.
We'll see you next
week.
So, in the NBA, Adam.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of drama going around with Kevin Love. A lot of drama. It seems there was this video of a possession and a Cleveland Cavaliers game where he was like asking for the ball and then he just chucked it to someone else. I think it was the.
So I think he had a mismatch on Chris Paul.
Oh,
so that's obviously who you go to. But then he didn't pass it. So then I think he went to go screen for Sexton, but then Sexton kind of like pushed him off. Like didn't tell him. He told him to not screen for him so he can ISO. Which then kind of got him mad, I think.
Yeah.
Which I mean, do you know how many assists Sexton averages as their point guard?
No, I don't know.
Take a wild guess for how many.
2.
Yeah, he averages 2.3.
That's not good at all. And he's a starting point guard?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the issue there is they have Darius Garland and him in the starting line, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't think is right. I think they shouldn't have drafted Darius Garland over draft. I think they should have gone with someone else. I think it was a top pick too, right? It was in the lottery.
Was it 5 or 6? They could have got Rui Hachimura. I think that maybe he could have fit.
Even Eric Pascal, man.
Eric Pascal could have been.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think so. Kevin Love was reportedly, and I'm pretty sure this seems like something that would have happened. He was told when he because I think he re-signed. Did he re-sign for a 5-year deal?
I
Something
think
like
so.
that.
Yeah.
And he was told that they were going to continue to try to be competitive, but in no way have they been competitive the last few years.
Yeah.
And I think it's time for either his time over
Kevin
there
Love to
to
move on,
start
part
or
ways.
to stop. I don't know what I'm trying to say. For him to part ways or just for something different in Cleveland. Like if Kevin Love's gonna stay, then try and trade, I don't know, Sexton or Garland for a star that could, even though I don't think that would work. Just to try and get someone around him. If not, then trade Kevin Love away. Because you could, the way they're looking right now, they're not gonna contend for a title, even if they got
Not in a
another
couple
star.
years,
I don't
no.
think so. So I think they should trade, obviously, Kevin Love to another team for a first-round pick, if not more, and then just try and kind of rebuild, I guess, because they have some young pieces.
I honestly think no. I don't think they even have the pieces, dude.
You don't think so?
The
I'm saying
best
Kevin
thing
Love
the
trade
best
and then
thing
get
that
the
happened
pieces.
to the Cavs, the last best thing that happened to the Cavs was drafting Kyrie Irving. That was back in like
You think so?
2011. That was the best thing that happened to them.
And then he's not there anymore.
Yeah, he's not even there
So,
anymore.
Tristan
We look
Thompson's
at
still there, who's playing
Colin
pretty well.
Sexton from 2 drafts ago, and he hasn't performed. I thought he would be a good rookie last season, but that wasn't the case.
Well, I mean, he was. It wasn't the best rookie draft class. I was gonna say he was kind of one
He
of
was
the better
decent.
ones that year, but it wasn't the best draft class, anyways.
I expected more from him. And then with this draft class, these draft picks that they got from this draft class, it didn't really make sense picking up Darius Garland
Yeah,
because
I
you already
think-
have a point guard.
I think everyone was pretty much saying that at the time. That wasn't.
They got what?
It didn't
Didn't
fit.
they get like 3 guards?
They had. It was either them or another team. I think it was them though, who just got a bunch of players who were already had, like I think they had. I don't remember, but they had players that were good enough for that position, and they were still drafting more. Hence the Darius Garland draft. But I don't know. They could have drafted other people to kind of put around him. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think that changes if Sexton would get more assists or not. Which I don't think, because you could average like 2 assists and still have a lot of like pass a lot. But in his case, I don't think he is passing a ton.
I think
a lot of the time
if
I
the
watch-
Cavs did add Rui Hachimura or like Goga whatever his name is,
something like that.
it would have been a lot better than what they're at right now. Because
Yeah.
I know they got Kevin Porter Jr. and then some other shooter from, like, I don't know, but they just drafted
Porter
bad.
Jr., Garland.
And some
Did they get someone
some
else?
shooter. I don't know what his name is. Yeah, it was the guy the Warriors were gonna
I know
pick,
what
but
you're talking about.
Cleveland picked him before. The so-called next Klay Thompson. Anyways, Kevin Love, I think he should leave. Where to? I'm not sure. Maybe he can find a home like in
Dylan
Indiana
Windler
or
was his
something.
name. The shooter, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Rin?
Which I mean, even putting him there wasn't the best choice
No.
for them at the time.
Yeah, I know.
Because I think he was chosen before Pascal was.
If Kevin Love were to be traded, where do you think he should go?
So I've been mentioning a few teams, or at least thinking about it, and I don't know if they would work, but I mean, I feel like the Nets would be a choice.
Oh, dang,
A future
really?
first round pick, or second round, because for some reason they want to trade Dinwiddie. I've been hearing. So if they want to trade Dinwiddie, maybe do a Dinwiddie for Kevin Love trade. Though I think they want a pick, so maybe just a pick, and then you have Kyrie, Kevin Love, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Jordan, and then you have Karis LeVert. So I think that'd be good for both sides if they were to get a first round pick.
I think
Just in
if
some
that
way.
were to go through, I think the Cavs would want to get rid of either Darius Garland or Colin Sexton too.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
then adding
They're
more.
not in the best situation right now.
I wouldn't trade for Sean Dinwiddie. I think the best place for Kevin Love is probably, I don't even know, dude. To be honest, like
you
I
think
can't even see him.
A California team where because
I don't
that's
like
where
seeing
his home
stars
is, isn't it?
come to California. Yeah, I think he played
I
at
don't think
UCLA,
so.
right?
Yeah. What if he was? Who's another good team? What if he went to a team like the Heat?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I feel like that's another team.
I mean,
I don't know.
that would make them a lot better. But who they trade for, I don't know.
That's the issue.
That's a
I think it's
complicated
harder
a
to.
complicated situation.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of harder to trade right now because we've only had we had one trade since. So we had the Westbrook and Chris Paul trade last summer, and then we had just that one Jordan Clarkson for Dante Exum trade. But that's been
Yeah.
it. There hasn't been anything else, which usually doesn't happen. And I mean, you can kind of see how if you look at the standings, the worst teams are like 5 games out of the playoffs. Somehow, like it's looking horrible right now. The way that all the teams are, because there's a 15 and like 22 team that's making the playoffs, and the next best team is like 3 games under them, but they're all right there. Like even the Knicks, even though I think they should already be trying to look at the draft, I think they're still trying to make the playoffs. So I don't know if any trades are gonna trades will go down once we get to the trade deadline, but until then, I don't know if any trades
Yeah.
are really gonna happen.
I don't think big names would be the topic for this trade
You don't
season.
think so?
The trade deadline this season. I don't think maybe Andre Drummond, maybe.
Drummond's been the big name alongside Kevin Love, and then one situation was the Thunder. That's a situation I've been kind of looking at.
Oh, with Chris Paul and
Because they have Chris Paul, Gallinari, and then they can choose to trade them or not to trade them because they're a playoff team right now. They're the 7th seed, but they also have. They're also like a lot of games up from the 8th seed, so they'll pretty much make it if they want to. But they could honestly try trading away those players for future picks because they have 15 first-round picks for the next 6 years. I think was how it was, and it's 3 for this next year. So they have, and the way that they've been drafting, or have a history of drafting with, there's a long list of people that we could talk about.
yeah.
But just the way that they've done that, I feel like they have a really good future. But I don't know, maybe it's the best to keep them and go on the playoff run, just because they've been
To
upsetting
keep
some
Chris
teams.
Paul and
Keep
Gallinari.
Chris Paul and Gallinari until this offseason.
Yeah,
Just to maybe trade then, make a playoff run. Because I don't know, most of the picks they have right now, because I think this year they have their pick, and I think they have the Clippers pick from the Paul George trade and the Rockets pick from the Thunder trade, or for the Russell Westbrook trade.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of picks coming up,
They have
right?
15 picks in
following
the
year.
next 6 years, first round picks. So I don't know. It really depends what they want to do. If I was them though, I'd probably this year go for a playoff run just to get them kind of some more experience. And like I said, they've been upsetting teams, so I wouldn't really be surprised actually if they went and maybe upset whoever they play in the first round. And in this offseason, like I was saying, trade Chris Paul. Maybe a team that thinks they can do it isn't going to be able to. You can trade Chris Paul or Gallinari to them in the offseason so they kind of make a run next season. But
Yeah, if things don't start clicking like in 2-3 years, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna point fingers at the GM and he's gonna get fired because he's had multiple shots to win. Yeah, think about it. He's had a number of good teams for a number of seasons, and they never seem to find a way to the NBA Finals. And they did once, but that didn't come out right. Another name in the trade rumors is a guy whose role has kind of been put down because I mean you got Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma. Do you think they're gonna trade him?
I think they're going to, but I don't think it's the right idea at all. Because there are players here and there who, just in the past, you can look back, Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, who have been like as the Lakers fans have described them as like, oh, they're bad. They need to get them out as soon as possible out of LA. But then as soon as they get out, then they start to be a really good player. And I think Kuzma's one of those.
Yeah.
Because Brandon Ingram right now is probably most improved player. You look at Lonzo, who's actually starting to play really well now. Julius Randle, we've already seen. Clarkson he's all right now, just like that. And I think I think Kuzma's the same. Though when you watch their games, it's just they don't, and it was the same thing with Brandon Ingram, the same way they're treating Kuzma. But he doesn't. I don't know. They don't fit in, which I think it could be a part of what LeBron kind of does to their team, just because of the way he plays. But like, I feel like that young core they had was good until he got there,
LeBron.
and then they're
Yeah.
kind of not playing well. And Kuzma doesn't
No,
seem like a fit around him.
no, whose fault do you think that is? Like, I mean,
I mean,
I think they got rid of a lot of those players a little too early. Like even D'Angelo Russell, I think they should have kept him and not
that's
gone
another
with him.
name, D'Angelo
Well,
Russell.
yeah. I mean,
I
I
don't
think they
think
got
it's
rid of
anyone's fault.
Lonzo too early, and even
Absolutely,
what's
yeah.
his name?
Brandon Ingram,
The,
Julius Randle,
no, the other guy,
Larry
the little
Nance,
guy,
the little guy, Isaiah Thomas.
the little guy. No, the one that shoots. He's 6'7"
All right, that's not a little guy.
or 6'5", or something like that.
6'5".
He's a shooter on New Orleans. He was part of the.
Oh, Josh Hart.
He was part of the Anthony Davis trade.
Josh Hart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can include him in that too.
Yeah,
I think it's the Lakers. I think they're too impatient.
But
Like they got a little
I feel
happy
like,
with LeBron joining.
I don't feel like it's too impatient, but just that there's so many people in the league who are willing to go and play for that team or want to, and so why
No,
bring
yeah,
up
they
a bunch
were
of young
impatient. I
people
think it was
when
pretty.
you can-
I think it was guaranteed that Anthony Davis would go to the Lakers
Yeah.
or like LA in during his free agency.
Yeah, and I mean when you have LeBron, who by the time Lonzo and Kuzma and Ingram are all in their prime, LeBron's gonna be like pretty much out of the league at that point. So why keep those young guys when you can win now? And if you sign LeBron, it's to win now. It's not to win in 10 years. He's not going to be here in 10 years. So I don't think it's necessarily anyone's fault. But when they signed LeBron, that was kind of the. I hope it's the point that they knew what they were going to do. Because you can't really.
I just
Wait
think they
for
messed
those
up a
guys.
lot with all the young guys they
I
did.
think they did, but I don't think they were ready at that point to win. And also, not many young guys you can look at and say that they played well.
I think if you gave them like enough time to develop, because they're all playing good right now.
Yeah.
Like if you had them back on the Lakers right now, I think they would be like one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team in the league.
Yeah.
Like Julius Randle, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle
It's crazy
Kuzma
to think
too,
about all those guys back on there.
on the same team. Imagine that.
I mean, that's what
D'Angelo
they
Russell.
had. They didn't
Maybe not
really-
D'Angelo Russell.
No, but I don't know. They wouldn't have Lonzo without D'Lo because I was in that trade.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna move on to the next little segment. All-Star voting.
Yeah.
So some of the top names right now for the Western Conference are LeBron James and Luka.
Yeah. LeBron's
is this
the
any
big
surprise
captain
to you?
with the most votes. LeBron being number one isn't. Luka, I wouldn't say it's really a surprise. You knew he'd be up there, maybe not number one, but I mean he's been playing at the level where he deserves to be at that point.
One thing that does surprise me is this disappoints me too. Alex Caruso's
That
name.
also disappoints me.
It's
But I mean,
in the list.
It's a meme to vote for
This
him.
this just fan votes though, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not gonna vote for someone like him, why have fan votes? If you're just gonna vote for the best of the best, no matter who you like, then there's no reason to have fan votes. Because if they are the best of the best, then the league will put them there. So I mean that's all right, but the thing about it that I don't like about fan votes is obviously they get to do that, but there's no reason to because Alex Caruso and Taco Fall they're not gonna make it just because I think the fan votes is 20%, and then the players, the coaches, front offices, and just the league with all the stats and whatnot have the other 80%. So there's not really
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't think they'll make it. That's
this
also
year,
Derrick
is there-
Rose is also up there, which sadly I don't think he'll make it because of that.
Are there any like big name players retiring this season?
Vince Carter. So I think he'll make one of the teams.
Wouldn't they have like a make a special case for him? Because I know last year they
Yeah.
did like something
I think
special. For
they should do that. They shouldn't just give that to Dwayne Wade and Dirk. So they should do it to Vince Carter, and then the problem with it is that they don't have multiple.
Yeah.
Um, I can't think of anyone that's retiring this year. But maybe you can put someone who's been in the league forever, which I don't really know. Maybe Jamal Crawford. You just throw in there.
He's not even on a team right now.
I know, but like he's the second oldest person I can think of right now that is not retired in the league. But yeah.
Are there any other names that strike you as odd?
So I'm very happy about it, but I'm actually surprised that Trae Young is so high up. He's the number
He's
one
the top
in the
for
Eastern
guards in the
Guard.
East.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the way he's been playing, I mean, he's up there too, just like Luka. But I expected that to be with the numbers rather than the fan votes. I didn't expect him to be up there in the fan votes, but I mean that's that. And then Kyrie's below him, who can't hold his arms above his shoulders, so he probably won't be in there. I think D Rose is under him, so he won't be in there.
I
There's a
think
lot of injuries
Jalen
this
Brown
year.
being in there is kind of surprising.
Isn't Jalen Brown at the bottom though? The very bottom of that. But
Well, I mean,
that
he's
is
towards the
surprising
bottom.
compared to all the other people that could be in there.
Yeah.
And
But
one thing why I like them not having the fan votes be all of the votes is so that someone like Devin Booker, who's like way down there, like I don't know if he's gonna make it or Gobert, but the fact that Taco Fall and Caruso were above the both of them kind of sucks just because they both have been
Yeah.
playing real well compared to them. But I mean, that's what fan votes is. It's been like that for a little while.
Oh man.
And then this is, let me see. So in about, I think in like 20 days from when we're recording this is when all the voting will be revealed. So we'll have to see then, kind of where.
When is All-Star Weekend?
All-Star Weekend? I think it's the Valentine's Day weekend. Let me check.
Oh. February
Yeah, I
8th?
think it's the 14th or 15th and 16th will be the.
What the hell is February 8th?
I don't know. But yeah, I think it's that weekend, so we'll have to see.
Right now, as we're speaking, the Warriors are playing the Clippers,
Yes,
and they're
sir.
up 6. So
Are they up 6?
Yeah.
They're up 3 where I'm watching.
3.
So that's at 51-48.
51. What? Google's slow or something.
That's tough.
Other than that, nothing really has been buzzing around the league besides, Yeah, so we're going to close it off there. Thanks for tuning into the first OPS podcast of this year, 2020. We have a lot more to come for this year. A lot more special guests, unscripted. We're going to branch out more to different sports. We're going to try to keep all the sports in one podcast, maybe an hour to 2 hours. Unscripted every Saturdays. OPS. Oh, we'll figure out the schedule.
We'll see what happens.
We'll post it on our social media.
Yeah.
Social media, OPS. Thanks for tuning in. We'll